Welcome once again here to Cupertino High School in Cupertino, California, where we're the fourth and final game here tonight. It's the second semifinal between the Cupertino Pioneers and the Mountain View Spartans. Cupertino looking to bounce back after they struggled a little bit in their first round victory against San Benito, while Mountain View's looking to keep strong after their impressive first round victory over Mills. Both teams trying to win and get into meet Bellarmine tomorrow night in the championship game. Hi again, everybody. With Jim Leonard, I am Andrew Fury. Glad you could join us tonight, and we should have another great contest here tonight between Mountain View and Cupertino.
And we want to tell you that this game was brought to you by KMVT's all sports presenting sponsors, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network. Choose your PAMF doctor today. And by the Menkes Clinic. The Menkes Clinic staff can help you look healthy, natural, and rejuvenated. The Menkes Clinic, helping you take care of the skin you are in.
Why choose our clinic for your cosmetic rejuvenation? Well, you can trust that we will uphold all the principles our clinic was founded on. We only offer the state-of-the-art technologies and procedures that are as safe as possible and that have proven to result in a natural-looking result. So in the end, you will look like yourself, only younger. We believe in comprehensive follow-up with our doctors to ensure we are involved every step of the way.
I was at a fire department training and I had these shooting pains when they just shot right up into my temples. I went to Palo Alto Medical to follow up with my doctor. He found a heart murmur. It turned out to be an aortic aneurysm, which would have killed me had he not caught it. I don't really like going to the doctor, but I truly like going and seeing the guy. He's a great doctor, and he saved my life.
Welcome back here to Cupertino High School for the second semifinal between the Cupertino Pioneers and the Mountain View Spartans. Winner gets Bellarmine tomorrow in the championship game at 7:30 right here at Cupertino High School. And the loser will get the third place game and face the loser of tonight's first semifinal, Homestead Mustangs, in the third place game tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Right now it's Mountain View against Cupertino with the final spot in the championship game on the line. It will be Go Cool Madison jumping against Brian Kastner at center court to begin this ball game. And we are underway. Kastner wins it to Wang, who gets it to Watanabe. We are underway already. Madison and Yanaga collide. Madison falls down again. Yanaga inside to Kastner, who explodes to the basket but missed the layup. Rebound to T, and he gets it to Madison.
I thought maybe the paint in the key was still wet with the way it was traction in there.
That's very possible. We just had a very physical game where bodies flew everywhere between Bellarmine and Homestead. Now out top is Jomel Bautista, who gets it over to Madison. Madison around a screen. Looking, crosses over, pulls up foul line, jumper, rams in. Go Cool Madison with the first bucket, and it's 2-0. And now Mountain View will use the little note cards to flash to their players what plays they want them to run.
They're running D20 in case you want to know. But
Here's Watanabe, who over to Kastner. Kastner to Dylan Collins. Collins starting tonight at one of the forward positions. They start 2 forwards and 3 guards. Here's Collins spinning into the paint, and they're going to call a foul on Go Cool Madison, I believe. Yes, it is Madison with the foul. The first on Madison, first team foul, but Collins was in the act of shooting, so he'll get a pair of free throws. First one is good for Collins, makes it 2-1 Cupertino early. Our first 2 games here today in the losers bracket, both 2-point games, very exciting, down to the wire. Then last game was a big 40-point blowout, 40-plus point blowout by the Bellarmine Bells. But this appears to be a very competitive and close game like the first 2 were today. Here's Yanaga over to Watanabe, over to Kastner. Kastner, top of the key, over to Collins. He'll take a 3. Got it! Dylan Collins in the face of Madison, and it's 4-2.
I think this game's going to be decided on, of course, shooting from the outside, but I think rebounding is going to play the big part.
Here's Madison, pulls up, thought he got fouled, no call. Collins boards, gets it up to Watanabe. Explodes in the front court. Great no-look pass to Wang, who lays it in, and it's 6-2 Mountain View early.
Mountain View's eager to run.
Yeah, that's their game. They play a 1-2-2 zone the entire time. In fact, they don't like to play man. They would prefer never to play man. Here's now Madison out top. Madison will hand off to Bautista. Bautista with the dribble around a screen. Gets to Madison, he'll take a three off the back rim, no good. Too strong with that three, Collins boards.
So far, Cupertino shooting from the outside instead of working the ball in.
Here's Collins, gets it to Wang. Great cut to Collins, who lays it in, and it's quickly 8-2. Cupertino wants a timeout, and they get it. Led by Craig Elgood, their head coach, with 5:34 to go in the first quarter.
Here's another look at that play. You can see him cutting to the basket. There's the pass right on cue, and an easy basket. And KMVT Sports would like to thank our presenting sponsors, Homestead Senior Care. Homestead provides the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Homestead, to them, it's personal. And the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network. Choose your PAMF doctor today.
So 5:34 to go first quarter. It's quickly 8-2 Mountain View Spartans leading the Cupertino Pioneers. Cupertino came out strong, but then just couldn't hit anything recently. They've struggled with their outside shot especially here recently. Now that's Tim Chu with it, wearing number 1. Here's Say. Say drives. He kicks it out to Bautista. Now Say on the post-up, goes up and gets hacked. Fouls called on Brian Kastner. That's the first on Kastner and the first team foul for Mountain View. It will be Terrence D at the line, shooting 2.
Well, that was a change up for Cupertino, as now they're trying to work the ball inside instead of just taking those outside shots. And they picked up the foul.
C misses his first free throw attempt. There's the second, and it's good. So C makes 1 of 2, splits the pair, and it's 8-3 Spartans. Watanabe brings it against man-to-man pressure into the front court. Gets it out top Collins. Collins to Yanaga. Yanaga tried to feed Kastner. It's bounced around. Kastner regains. Kastner then loses it off his knee and out of bounds. It will be Cupertino basketball.
I think he was going to run into 3 seconds call in a nanosecond or so when he lost the ball.
So here's Jomel Bautista in the front court, gets it to Chu. Chu drives now out to Bautista. Bautista drives all the way to the basket, floats one up and in off glass. That makes it 8-5 in favor of Mountain View. Watanabe into the front court. Watanabe with the dribble. Now gets it over to Collins. Collins holds, hands off to Watanabe. Watanabe over to Wang. He'll take a deep three. Backward no. Rebound. Madison claims it. Madison into the front court. Madison guarded by Wang. Crosses over. And it crosses over again and gets it out to Bautista. Bautista over to Madison. Madison gets the ball back. Madison crosses over. Takes a contested three. That's off the back rim. No. Watanabe is in there for the rebound. Watanabe crosses over, accelerates, kicks out, and Yanaga nails a three. And it's 11-5 Spartans.
That was a nice play. It was right in sequence for Mountain View.
Here's Bautista in the front court. Gets it over to Madison. Madison pounding the dribble, crosses over. Around a screen to the left, he'll take another contested three and rattle it home. That's Go Cool Madison. It's 11-8 Mountain View.
Mountain View likes it when they're in a hurry in the offensive end. They almost don't like a set floor. They'd rather run the ball.
Yeah. Here's Watanabe guarded by Tim Chu. Wang gives it back to Watanabe. Now here's Collins as Wang hits the floor. We have a foul away from the ball called on Terrence C. That's the first on C, second team foul, as Yanaga gets his first breather of the game, and checking in is John McAllister. McAllister seeing his first action of the night. Inbound from Wang to Watanabe. That baseline jumper off the back rim, no. Rebound tipped by Wang and comes in the hands of Bautista. Bautista into the front court. Gets it to Madison, swings it to Chu. Chu jab step over to Bautista out top Madison. Madison jab step, steps back around a C screen. Now on the switch, crosses over, three, got it! Madison is on fire, and we are tied at 11.
They've been having a shorter person guard him, and then they switched, and Kestner got him, and Brian just couldn't keep up with them.
So here's Watanabe, gets it to McAllister for three. That's off the front rim, no. And the rebound is claimed in by C.
They're fighting on those boards for those rebounds now.
Yeah, Cupertino starting to play better defense since that early timeout they burned. Madison over to Chu. Chu back to Madison. He'll take a deeper three. Got it! Madison can't miss! And it's 14-11. Watanabe gets it to McAllister. McAllister to Kastner. Kastner over to Wang. To Collins. Collins has it. Watanabe for the tie. Yes! And we are tied at 14.
There's an answer for Mountain View, but they got to find a solution now to Madison.
Madison is on fire. Is he going to try it again? Yes, he is. They got it again. Wow. It's 17-14.
It's just catch and shoot.
Here's Watanabe. Watanabe to McAllister, pump fakes. McAllister wants to slow it down to Wang, back to McAllister. McAllister holds top of the circles to Collins, now over to Watanabe. Watanabe back cut to Collins, and he got hacked on the catch. Foul's called on Michael Boyle. That's the first on Boyle, and the third team foul on Cupertino. Checking in for the first time right now is Robert Howe.
Now watch
for
these
Cupertino.
shots. Just see catch and shoot. And watch the defense. Well, I don't know if you can see it. The foul, they don't call him, but he's getting hit after he shoots.
Inbound to Collins for the tie. That's off the front rim, no. And rebound to Chu. So Howe in for the first time for Cupertino. 17-14, Pioneers with the lead, a minute 13 to go first quarter. Very exciting game so far. Bautista to Chu. Bautista holds, backs it away from Watanabe. Now gets it over to Howe. Up top, Chu. Chu doesn't look like he knows what he wants to do. Now gets it to Howe. Howe crosses over. Howe now gets it over to Chu. Chu
And now
up.
Madison's getting up there. He is.
Yeah, Madison traveled though on the
for
catch.
traveling.
So turnover, he was going to take that shot all the way. But
He was just waiting for the shot clock was running down, and he was going to pull the trigger.
That time he got too excited about the move he was going to do before he actually made it. Forced the travel. Here's Watanabe with 40 seconds and counting to go in the first quarter. Now here's Collins. Collins hands off Watanabe, guarded by Madison on the switch. Over to Wang. Wang holds. Wang looks. Over to Collins. 17 to shoot. Collins to Kastner, left alone out there. Back to Collins. 10 to shoot, spinning and winning. What a move by Dylan Collins. 17-16, Cupertino. They can hold for the final shot. Here's Bautista with 9 on the timer.
Mountain View's trying to deny.
It's working effectively right now. T on the dribble, all the way, floats up and in at the horn. And we have reached the end of an outstanding first quarter of basketball with the score, Cupertino 19 and Mountain View 16.
Ever since Dad died, taking care of Mom is overwhelming. I can't do it on my own.
Sure, my mother needs me, but I just want to be a daughter again.
Mom wants to stay in her home, but needs more help than ever. It just can't be me all the time.
Struggling to care for an aging parent? You're not alone. Learn how Home Instead Senior Care can provide the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Home Instead. To us, it's personal.
Welcome back here to Cupertino High School. We're ready to start the second quarter, where the host team of this tournament, the Cupertino Pioneers, lead by 3, 19-16. Bautista controls in the front court, gets it to Howe. Howe over to Madison. Madison has been the star of the show so far. He thought about another three and passes it off to Chu. Now to C, back to Chu. Chu with it. Holds over to Bautista, to Madison. Madison now controls the dribble, hands off to Howe. Howe over to Chu. Chu holds way away from the basket, and we have bodies flying everywhere. Fouls called on Nick Wang of Mountain View. For Wang, that's his first, and the second team foul only of the half on the Spartans.
I don't see why it was a foul. He just grabbed Madison's jersey. I don't understand.
I know, it's a little complicated sometimes, basketball.
He almost took it off, but maybe that was it.
Yeah. Bautista now at the ball for Cupertino, right of screen, exploding to the basket, misses the layup though, and McAllister boards. Out ahead is Watanabe, but now will slow things down. Guarded by Chu out top. Watanabe has to deal with that size, as Chu's much bigger than he is. McAllister with it now. McAllister backs it away. McAllister over to Watanabe, pump fakes. Will not shoot, over to Wang around the screen, thought about the three. Wang, great feed into Watanabe, who fumbles it to Kastner. Layup, no good. Spun off, C boards.
Nice ball movement by Mountain View.
Here's Madison. He's been feeling it so far. Here's C over to Howe. Howe pulls up a deep two. That's way short with that left-handed stroke. Collins has the rebound and shovels it to Watanabe. Over to McAllister, steps inside the arc, a deep two. Got it! John McAllister off the bench. Actually, they'll say it's a three. I thought he had a toe on the line, but they call it a three, and we are tied at 19.
Again, Mountain View always in a hurry to score.
Yeah, that's their game. They don't like slow down half-court offense. Here's Madison. He'll take a contested three. That's short. Probably not the best of shots, even though we've seen him make a few of those in this game. With Collins the rebound, and Mountain View has a chance to regain the lead. Here's Watanabe, who gave it to McAllister. McAllister over to Wang. Wang over to Watanabe around the screen, thought about a three, drives, tried to feed Kastner, deflected out of bounds. It'll still be a Mountain View ball. Mountain View with the ball in a tied 19-19 game, 5:49 to go. Inbound to McAllister, from McAllister to Kastner. Kastner had the ball, stripped, still fighting for it. Kastner gets it back and gets it to McAllister. Or rather, that's Collins on the step back, is short, and Bautista rebounds.
That was a great shot in rhythm on the offense Mountain View was running.
Here's Bautista with the dribble way away from the basket. Now pulls up, gets it to Howe. Howe on the back cut to Chu. Got hacked. He got hammered by Collins as one up for the layup. And Cupertino has a chance to regain the lead with a pair of free throws.
Here's another look. You can see the back cut. There he goes. You almost wonder why at that point they would foul. But they're going to make him earn the 2 points at the line.
Chu, so first free throw is good. Makes it 20-19 Cupertino. We've had just the game we thought we would have entering this one. Two similar styled and similarly built teams, Cupertino and Mountain View are, as that second free throw is also good by Chu. And it's 21-19 Cupertino. Another front court goes Watanabe, gets it to Wang. A left wing hounded by Bautista. Around a screen goes Wang. Wang pulls up, elbow jumper, rims out, no good. Bautista's there for the rebound. Bautista will slow it down, give it to Madison, running point forward. Madison over to Bautista. Bautista wants a screen, no, he passes it out to C. Now Howe inside Madison, turns, baseline jumper, rattles home. Go Cool Madison has been unstoppable in this 23-19.
I think he started shooting when he got out of bed this morning.
That's the way it looks.
And making them.
Yeah, McAllister to Watanabe inside the arc. Way short. Kastner fighting for the rebound, deflected it out of bounds. It'll be Cupertino basketball.
Well, Mountain View definitely does not have anybody who can guard Madison.
And I think Madison knows that. Every time he gets the ball, he's looking to score. Looking for a post-up now again on Wang. Instead outside, Howe a three. That's front rim no, and rebound to Collins. Collins
think
to
Mountain View
Watanabe.
finds it a relief once Madison isn't shooting.
Yeah, I would too if I were their coach. There's Collins to McAllister. McAllister to Collins. Collins with the dribble. Top of the circles to McAllister. McAllister holds, looking for the back cut, nothing there. Gets it to Wang
Deep.
for three. A deep three. That's no good. And C rebounds.
Well, Mountain View's last 3 trips down, they have not had good looks at the basket. They rushed 2 shots, and that one was from way out.
Here's Madison again on the drive, floats one up, off glass, no good. Rebound batted all the way around. Watanabe has it stolen by Bautista up ahead. To C, layup is good. Kastner went for the block but couldn't come up with it. And it's now 25-19 Cupertino.
Pivotal point, Mountain View needs a basket.
Here's Collins at the high post, gets it to Kastner. He'll try the open three, got it! Brian Kastner says, I can do that too. And it's 25-22.
Big basket for Mountain View. That was a good look. He was wide open, and he buried it.
Yeah, things were starting to slip away if you're a Spartan fan, and things quickly look better than they did 30 seconds ago. Chu with it. Chu bounces it to Addison. Who else? Baseline jumper, and he got absolutely hammered. Nothing Wade could have done other than put his hand straight up and hope he misses on that one, as Addison got hacked.
And KVT Sports would like to thank our presenting sponsors, the Bankers Clinic, for their generous support of high school sports programming, and Home Instead Senior Care for their continued support.
Addison rims out the first free throw. That's about all he's missed so far tonight. He'll get another. 25-22 Cupertino with the lead right now. 3:05 to go first half. For Mountain View, the foul was called on Wang, his second, and the 4th team foul on the Spartans of the half. Addison actually misses both.
He's used to a hand in his face. If one of his teammates would just put a hand in his face when he was shooting the free throws, he probably could make them both.
Yeah, here's Kastner at the high post.
The other thought is he was too close to the basket. Maybe that was the problem.
Yeah. Sometimes can mess with players' heads. That's why you see a 58% three-point shooter and a 50% free throw shooter sometimes. Here's Collins to Kastner. Back to Collins. He'll take a three and nearly tied the game off the front rim. Battle for the rebound was won by Chu and the Pioneers.
I'm not sure if that was a play, but it just did not look like a normal Mountain View ball movement play.
Here's Chu, and he got whacked across the face. So Chu will end up at the line shooting 2. Fouls called on Brian Kastner. For Kastner, that's his second, and the 15th foul on the Spartans. Chu trying to extend this 3-point lead. His left-handed stroke is off the back rim, no good, and it stays 25-22. So a couple chances have been missed so far from Cupertino at the line, as Michael Boyle returns, replacing Robert Howe. Right now, Cupertino and Mountain View have each only played 6 players. So endurance is probably going to be a key factor, especially early in the season in this game.
You have to wonder, too, when they start getting tired, they tend to foul more, so we'll see what happens.
And that's started to creep up a little more recently here. Wang, great pass inside to Kastner. Spin move, and the layup's good. So that makes it 26-24 after Chu split free throws at the other end.
Now, let's see, there was definitely a Mountain View play.
There's a great backup by Bautista. Pump fakes and scores it down low left. 28-24 in favor of the Pioneers.
Well, you can see how even these two teams are. They tend to run the same kind of offense.
Yeah, they're pretty much mirror images of one another. There's McAllister, lob to Collins, who finishes. And that's 28-26. Back and forth we go. Approaching a minute and a half to play in the opening half. Into the front court goes Bautista to Chu. Chu to Addison. Addison holds right wing away from the basket. Addison rips through. Addison looking to set up some offense. Gets it to Boyle. Boyle over to Howe. Or rather, that's C. Now to Bautista. Over to Addison around the screen. Jumper. It rims out. Almost good. Watanabe up ahead. Kastner fumbles it. Addison the steal back the other way. Both teams playing at a very fast pace. Here's Addison over to Bautista. Bautista drives, loses it, and it just went off his knee. So it's Mountain View basketball.
So under a minute left. Let's see if Mountain View can settle this one down, run a play, and tie this up.
53 seconds and counting to go first half. Watanabe with it. Feeds high post to Kastner. Driving, looking, falling away off the back rim. No good. Madison boards. And there's about 11.5-second differential between the shot and game clock. Let's see what the Pioneers decide to do. Under 40 seconds to play in this first half, leading by 2. Right now, the Madison with it. Madison probably going to wind down this clock and look to go one-on-one on the much smaller Nick Wang. Madison dribbling now but near the Cupertino logo. 10 to shoot now for Madison. 8. Madison dribbles right wing, hands off to Chu. Chu looks at the high post. Chu over to T. He'll take the baseline jumper off the back rim. No. Tip and rebound to McAllister. McAllister has time with 5 all the way up ahead to Wang for Watanabe. He lays it in. That ties the game at 28. 3, 2. Chu looks. Chu crosses over at the buzzer for 3 is an air ball, and we have reached halftime. What a first half, back and forth, and the score indicates that tied at 28.
Here's another look. It was surprising that Madison gave up the ball. Cupertino shoots, doesn't make it, and Mountain View is down the floor in a second, putting it in and tying the game.
So let's see if that gives the Mountain View Spartans some momentum as we go to halftime. We have reached halftime here, Cupertino High School with the score, 28-28.
Ever since we moved to the United States, Palo Alto Medical Foundation has been taking care of our health. We love our doctor. She is always ready to listen to us and is very professional and answers all our questions and is very reassuring. PAMF has been there not just for my own family, but for the whole community, whether they're seeing patients or providing doctors for our free medical clinic.
Why choose our clinic for your cosmetic rejuvenation? Well, you can trust that we will uphold all the principles our clinic was founded on. We only offer the state-of-the-art technologies and procedures that are as safe as possible and that have proven to result in a natural-looking result. So in the end, you will look like yourself, only younger. We believe in comprehensive follow-up with our doctors to ensure we are involved every step of the way.
Welcome back here to Cupertino High School with Jim Leonard. I am Andrew Fury. Glad you could join us tonight, and we've had a fantastic game so far in that first half, and we're all knotted at 28 after one half of play. 16 minutes to decide who plays Bellarmine in tomorrow night's championship game of this Cupertino Shootout. Wang and Mountain View with the ball to begin the second half. Now Watanabe with it. Watanabe to Kastner. He'll take another 3. Off the back room, no. Wang skies in for the offensive board. Watanabe thought about the 3. Shovels it to Wang. He'll take the 3. And that's good for Nick Wang. And it's 31-28.
Again, the thing to watch, folks, is the rebounding. Which team is getting that ball off the backboard?
Here's Chu with it, over to Bautista, drives over to Z. His shot is off the back room, no good. Wang boards, over to Watanabe. Watanabe into the front court. He's working on Madison right now. Inside, Kastner tried to get the entry pass and it was deflected out by a C. It will be a Mountain View basketball leading by 3. Neither team has led by more than 6. That was Cupertino's lead at late first half stages. As that runner by Collins is short. Rebound underneath, Watanabe has it. Watanabe drives into the paint, back to Collins, open 3. Got it! Mountain View has their largest lead by 6.
Well, Mountain View tends to work the ball inside. Now it's outside shooting 3s.
As Cupertino calls a quick timeout, 6-0 spurt to begin this second half with the score 34-28 in favor of Mountain View.
And KMVT's all sports presenting sponsors are the Palo Alto Medical Foundation. Choose your PAMF doctor today. And the Menkis Clinic, helping you take care of the skin you are in.
So with 6:52 to go in the third quarter, it's 34-28 in favor of Mountain View. They've scored the first 6 points of this half on 2 threes, one by Nick Wang and the other by Dylan Collins. That's kind of their game, though. They shoot a lot of threes and make a lot of threes.
They tend to work the ball inside. When you shut that down, then they sit outside and pop.
Here's Bautista in the front court. Cupertino facing their largest deficit all game. Chu with it over to C. C outside to Madison. Over to Bautista. Now Chu with it right corner. Out top. It's Boyle. Swung over to Bautista. Bautista crosses over on Collins into the paint. Gets it blocked by Collins. And it comes to Kastner. Back the other way, Watanabe. Watanabe crosses over. He'll take a deep three. Got it! They can't miss from downtown right now. They lead not by 9. Timeout, Cupertino again. This time it's a full timeout. And so we'll take a break as well. 6:20 to go, third quarter. It's 37-28, Mountain View. Welcome back here to Cupertino High School with 6:20 to go, third quarter. It's 37-28 Mountain View, largest lead for either team in this game so far. Cupertino needs a basket and needs it desperately. Back to that 2-3 zone is Mountain View.
There he goes.
Yeah, here Madison didn't make the shot but got fouled. That's one thing you never want to do.
2 shots,
as a
3
defender.
shots?
It's, I think 2. I think it was inside the arc. Let's see. Yeah, 2 shots.
You can see he gets pumped pretty good. The referee went over afterwards and spoke to both players to make sure they no hard feelings. Bit of a hard foul.
It didn't look like anything dirty, though. Just looked like he got a little too much of the arm, and Addison makes the first free throw. So it's 37-29, favor of Mountain View.
Sometimes when you have somebody just firing away, you kind of do a little bit of a harder foul just to sort of get in their heads.
Second free throw also good by Madison, makes it a 7-point game. That foul was on Watanabe, his first, and the first team foul of the half on Mountain View. There have been very few fouls called in this game on either side. Wying feeds Kastner, good catch. Swung to Yanaga to Collins. Collins over to Watanabe. Watanabe crosses over as the crowd, hometown crowd, chants defense. Yanaga right wing around a screen, looks. Yanaga outside to Collins. Swings over to Wang. Wang with 7 on the shot clock. Over to Kastner. Watanabe a 3. Got it, another one. They're 4 for 4 on threes this half, and the lead is 10.
Well, Mountain View showing them if you want to shoot threes, we'll show you how to do it.
Here's Bautista, deep 3 from Madison.
Catch
It's
and
good!
shoot. Catch and shoot.
That's going to be the key to Pioneers getting back in this one. Get number 42 going again like he was the first majority of that first half. Here's Kastner who gets tacked. Foul's going to be called on, they could have, it's basically take your pick. They decided to call it on number 33, Michael Boyle.
Well, Kistner did a good job. He went strong to the hoop. That's how he got the foul.
Misses the first free throw. It stays 40-33. That foul on Boyle is second, and the first team foul of the half as Robert Howe returns, replacing Boyle. Each team has only played 6 players. Neither one has a very deep bench at all.
Again, the referee was speaking to players to make sure there's good sportsmanship on the floor.
Second free throw also rims out for Kastner, so he blows a big opportunity there. Madison in the front court. And
there's a problem with the clock. It's still running right now after the referee blew his whistle. I'm not sure what the problem was.
Yeah, so we have problems with the clock. Clock didn't run initially, and so then he kept it running after the whistle blew, and I think they've got it all settled. 30 on the shot clock, exactly 5 minutes on the game clock to go here in the third quarter, as Madison will inbound after that minor break to Bautista, who gets it to C. Over to Chu, to Madison, he'll take another 3. That's off the mark.
There.
Yeah, he missed that one rather badly. Yanaga clears. Over to Watanabe, crosses over, crosses again. He'll take a contested 3, and that rattles home.
I think he wanted to make a point there, do you think?
Yeah.
This is how you do it.
Watanabe's on fire. He has not missed a shot yet in this half. Bautista to Chu. Chu, Bautista, over to Madison. Madison rips through, takes the baseline jumper. That's off the mark. Collins clears. Collins hands off to Watanabe. Watanabe accelerates in the front court. Now we'll back it away as Mountain View leads by 10. Watanabe outside the arc. His pass deflected, comes to Yanaga. Yanaga with it, over to Kastner. Kastner holds outside the arc, over to Collins. Now back to Kastner, he'll take a three, good! And the lead swells to 13.
I thought this was a basketball game, but it's become a clinic.
Yeah, another timeout called by Cupertino.
You only get 5 in a game, and he's used 3 in 4 minutes.
Yeah, now only one timeout left for Cupertino as they trail by the largest deficit of the game.
Just another look. Kestner said there's nobody to throw to. I'll just fire it in.
Yeah, and a little too much daylight if you're the defender than that play. Got to get closer to Kastner. He's already proven he can make that shot.
This Mountain View team, they don't want to get cheated. You know, I want my 3 too, so everybody gets a chance.
Yeah, and everybody can shoot it with consistency as well. 46-33 the lead for Mountain View in this half. It was all tied at 28, remember, at halftime. It's been 18-5 since the break in favor of Mountain View with 3:47 still to play, third quarter.
Well, it seems Cupertino is running all their offense through Madison. I mean, as far as shooting, no one else is really picking up the load as far as scoring.
So after the timeout, it was a full timeout called by Cupertino. They only have 1 remaining for the game, as Mountain View still has 4 left, so they can burn them all quickly if they wanted to. Madison will inbound for Cupertino. Gets it into Jomel Bautista. Crowd has become rather quiet, especially the Pioneer sitting front row for this game. Here's Bautista to Madison. Over to Howe for 3. That rims out, no good. They can't get anything to fall right now. Yanaga the board. And his pass stolen by Madison. Madison accelerates in the front court, 3-on-3. Crosses over around Watanabe all the way. Leans in and gets fouled. That's the emotion that Madison showed in that first half. He got it back right there. Foul, I believe, was called on Brian Kastner.
I think it was Collins.
Oh, it was Collins, rather 32, not 42.
It's really not that bad a foul because he was going to score, and now it's forcing him to make 2 shots from the line where he had trouble earlier.
First free there, good by Madison.
Seems to have gotten over it, though, of course.
Yeah. That would be a foul that you would take if you're a basketball coach of your team. The Naga checks out as McAllister returns. Second free throw, rims, no good. Rebound Wang, so Madison splits the pair, and they trail by 12. Watanabe into the front court, guarded by Chu. Now man-to-man defense for Cupertino. He gets it over to Collins. Collins with the dribble, hands off to Watanabe. Watanabe holds. Over to McAllister. McAllister picks up his dribble over to Wang. Back to McAllister, thought about a 3.
Ooh,
and he traveled. Yeah. Dragged that pivot foot that time. And with exactly 3 minutes to go, third quarter, chance to make it a single-digit game for Cupertino. Got to remind yourself that the way this game has been shooting, the way this game has gone, and Madison takes a deep 3. That's short. No good. Watanabe with the rebound. It's still only a 4-possession game, 4 threes. And Cupertino ties it. That ball is stolen, but a foul's called on Terrence C. That will be the second team foul on Cupertino. And the second personal on C. Wang inbounds to Collins. Collins spins baseline. Now looking, his pass deflected by Madison. It goes out of bounds as taking a chair down with him is Madison falling out of bounds, but it was last touched by Gokul Madison. And it's Mountain View ball with 31 to shoot.
I'm not sure exactly what wall that was, but just a little bit of a push.
Inbound to Watanabe, pump fakes on the 3. Gets it to Collins, who spins on Madison. Backs it up, bounces it to Wang. Wang with the dribble, and we have a whistle. What is
moving pick called on Kestner.
Yeah. So Brian Kastner called for the moving screen with 2:27 to go. That's the third team foul on Mountain View and the third personal on Kastner.
You don't see those called often in high school basketball, but it was a good call.
So here's C. He gets it to Bautista, over to Madison, to Chu right wing. Chu over to Bautista around the screen, pump face. Great pass to C, who fumbled it. Gets it back, reverse layup's good by Terrence C. He doesn't score that much, but that was an excellent play.
Well, Cupertino definitely needs to find someone else to help with the scoring.
Here's Watanabe bouncing it high post to Kastner, who gets it over to Wang. Back to Kastner on the roll. Kastner leads in and an offensive foul called. So for Kastner, that's his 4th personal. That's a huge call in this basketball game. It's on that replay.
That would mean Mountain View would have to go a little deeper into their bench, and they haven't done that.
Yeah, one more foul, remember, and Kastner is disqualified for the remainder of this game. The zone might help them as there's a deep three. It's good by Go Cool Madison. And it's 46-39. Back comes Cupertino. Timeout Mountain View. Wow, what a big shot. You need a big shot for the Pioneers, and Madison will deliver.
A big transition when you get to the 4th foul on Kessner and then the big three. I need to tell you this game was brought to you by Homestead Senior Care. Homestead, to them, it's personal. And the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, part of the Sutter Health Network.
So, with 1:38 to go in the 3rd quarter, 39 for Cupertino, 46 for Mountain View, but still lots of basketball left. Remember, the winner plays in the championship game tomorrow night against Bellarmine. Loser will play tomorrow night in the 3rd place game against Homestead. That's what's at stake in this semifinal. The Cupertino Shoot Out.
I think it's bragging rights, too, because these two, I think, play each other during the regular season.
Yeah. They do. Pretty big rivals. Certainly not nearly as big as Mountain View Los Altos, but.
True.
Yeah. Pretty big rivals. And right now, Mountain View is up by 7. But Madison, after just hitting that big three, has pulled his team to within 7. And that gives Cupertino fans, as well as the players, some life in coming back and winning this game. This game was a 28-all tie at halftime. Since then, it's been 18-11 favoring Mountain View. Now Yanaga with it out top, gets it to McAllister. McAllister to Watanabe. Watanabe on the crossover, gets it to Wang. Wang over to Watanabe, pump fakes. Watanabe holds, over to Yanaga. Yanaga pounds the dribble, over to Wang. Wang outside the arc. Wang holds, over to McAllister. McAllister out on top by Chu, bounces it to Collins, 6 to shoot. Collins, 4 to shoot. Out Watanabe, forced to take a 28-footer. Off the firm rim, no good. Bautista boards.
There was nobody underneath the rebound for Mountain View.
Yeah, and that was a great defensive sequence from Cupertino. Here's Bautista. Chance to make it 5 or 4. Madison will try to make it, but he cannot as he misses, and Watanabe claims the rebound.
I think that was the first time he's had a screen in front of him to take the shot, and he missed it.
Here's Yanaga. Yanaga bounces it out top, looking for help. In trouble, shovels it to Watanabe. Watanabe holds. Over to Collins. Collins outside the arc. Collins over to McAllister. McAllister spins. Now feeds Yanaga for 3. That's off the back rim, and Madison boards. No offensive rebounding that time from the Spartans.
Well, it seems like Cupertino's cut off the inside, and Mountain View's just settling for shooting threes. They aren't working the ball inside anymore.
So here's Bautista across the timeline, playing for the final shot of this 3rd quarter. 7 now, he has to go around the screen. Bautista gets it to Howe. Howe with 4 seconds, trying to feed C. It's taken away by Collins. 3/4 court shot at the buzzer comes up way short, and we have reached the end of 3 quarters. A quarter that saw Mountain View outscore Cupertino 18-11, but Cupertino scored the final 6 points of that frame. And after 3 quarters, it's 46-39, Mountain View.
My parents are really slowing down. I feel bad I can't always be there for them.
How do I choose between caring for my mother and caring for my own family?
I've been looking into the options, but Dad doesn't want to leave his home. What do I do?
Struggling to care for an aging parent? You're not alone. Learn how Home Instead Senior Care can provide the personalized in-home care your loved one needs. Home Instead. To us, it's personal.
Madison with it as we come back to action, and a whistle away from the ball. Starting the fourth quarter here at Cupertino High School, 46-39 Mountain View with the lead in this second semifinal of the Cupertino Shootout. That foul was called on Nathan Yanaga, his first, and Mountain View's fifth team foul of the half. So they still have a foul to give before Cupertino starts shooting free throws. Madison with it outside in the right wing. Jab step on Watanabe around a screen for three. Got it! He cannot miss with a hand in his face. 46-42.
Mountain View just cannot find a solution to that equation.
And suddenly, a 9-0 run has brought the Pioneers within 4. Yanaga to McAllister. McAllister to Watanabe. Watanabe outside the arc to Yanaga. Pump fakes. Yanaga bounces it. It's taken away by Madison. He's Mr. Do Everything. Madison with it. Thought about another three. Then thought about it again and decided to bring it out with Bautista. Now Madison. He's eager to get off another three. Now does. Got it!
There aren't many people that can shoot a flat-footed three after they've made a move.
It's a 12-0 Go Cool Madison run. And that's brought Cupertino within 1. Now Mountain View needs to score. McAllister's shot, no good. Wang, the offensive rebound. Wang wants to pull it out. Over to Watanabe, nearly had it poked away. Over to Collins. Collins pump fakes. Spins into the paint, pump fakes, leans in, floats one up, off back rim and goes down. Madison was arguing for an offensive foul. Thought Collins shoved off on that play, but he did not, and it's a 3-point Spartan lead.
I think Collins made 5 moves on that play.
Here's Bautista, floater, no good, and Collins boards. Over to Watanabe. Mountain View's had the answer every time Cupertino has made a run so far tonight. Here's Watanabe, and a foul's called. It's on Tim Chu with 6:02 to go in the game, as Chu gets called for his first foul, just the third team foul on the Pioneers. Here's the inbound from McAllister. It goes to Watanabe, and they'll slow things down. Under 6 to play in the game. Mountain View up by 3.
And Kestner's on the bench to begin the fourth quarter with 4 fouls. Coach is trying to save him.
That's got to be a concern if you're a Mountain View fan. There's Watanabe's 3. That's good. You cannot leave any shooter open on either of these teams, or else they will kill you. That is 51-45 Mountain View. Here's Bautista, out top Madison, he'll answer, and does!
I can't believe Mountain View doesn't do a little more to deny the ball to Madison. We're going to get a
Madison is putting on a shooting clinic tonight. Timeout Mountain View, and suddenly it's a 3-point Mountain View lead, 51-48. This has been some game.
I mean, if you watch how far the defense is off of Madison, look. For him, that's a wide open shot.
Yeah.
He appreciates having the hand come over.
Yeah.
And we'd like to thank the Menkes Clinic for their continued support of high school sports, as well as Home Instead Senior Care. Home Instead, to them, it's personal.
So, in this second semifinal tonight, 5:20 to go in the fourth quarter. It's been a fantastic game. This game has not disappointed at all. It's 51-48, Mountain View with the lead over Cupertino. It's been a 3-point shooting clinic tonight for both teams. There have been more threes made than 2-point field goals and free throws combined in this game between these two teams. Here's Watanabe off the inbound. Watanabe pounding the dribble. Now bounces it to Wang. Wang pounds the dribble. Wang out top to McAllister. Over to Yanaga. Yanaga holds. Yanaga pounding the dribble, guarded by a C. Yanaga over to Collins. Back to Yanaga. Yanaga pounding the dribble with 7 to shoot. Collins steps back, 5 to shoot. Spins over to Watanabe, 3 to shoot. Has to go. Jump step, gets, and an offensive foul called. Watanabe can't believe it. And that will give Cupertino a chance to tie it with a 3.
That was picked up, the offensive foul was picked up by Bautista.
Yeah, Bautista stayed in there. Help side defense was excellent on that play. He was able to draw the charge. Kastner returns with his 4 fouls for the final 4:51 of this game, unless he gets another foul. And Yanaga leaves. You know who.
Looking for the tie.
Yeah, you know who's going to have the ball down the stretch for Cupertino.
Here it comes. Oh, it's stolen.
He couldn't get it. He couldn't get it to him. Watanabe steals all the way. Foul line jumper is way short and out of bounds. Wow. So unfortunately for Mountain View, Watanabe couldn't come up and extend this lead to 5 with an air ball of his own. That's the first air ball we've seen all night from Mountain View. Howe with it outside the arc, looking to get Madison the ball in the back cut. C has it. Over to Chu, over to Batista, pump fake, drives in the paint. Great pass, C, layup good! And it's 51-50. Mountain View, that time Madison was a decoy.
That was an excellent pass at the end because Kestner was looking for the block and they just passed it away from him.
So here's Wang out top to Collins. Or rather, that's McAllister. McAllister gets it to Watanabe. Watanabe to Collins now. Pump fakes. Over. Wang tries a 3. That's off the front rim. No. Rebound is secured by Howe. And now Cupertino can regain the lead. They've trailed by as many as 13 in this half.
Mountain View's gotten too comfortable with that 3-point stripe.
Here's Bautista. Madison a deep 2. Thought he got fouled as he shoots an air ball out of bounds. And it will be Mountain View basketball. So the Spartans catch a huge break on that one.
Madison's not too happy. He's talking to the ref at this end.
Watanabe slows things down. We approach 3 minutes to go in this basketball game. A right to play Bellarmine in tomorrow's championship game. Wang had it stripped. Comes to Kastner. Over to Watanabe. Pump fakes. Around the screen. Pump fakes. Again, inside Kastner. A power dribble. Turns. Floater off glass and rim. And good. 53-50. Mountain View the lead.
Big play by Brian Kestner.
So he wasn't shy on the offensive end with those 4 fouls. Now Howe with it to Madison. Baseline jumper. Rims out, no good. Wang clears. A big miss that time by Madison. He has been so good tonight. Just couldn't get that one to fall. Watanabe over to Wang. Wang around a Collins screen. Backs it away. Over to Kastner to Watanabe. Watanabe to Kastner on the slap. Layup's good as he finishes over Madison. And it's 55-50 Mountain View.
Excellent give and go by Mountain View.
Yeah, that time Kastner slipped the screen as Madison in the front court dribbles right wing, takes a 3. Off the back rim, no. And Watanabe clears.
Cupertino's not getting any of these rebounds. If you go back to my theory at the beginning, all these last few rebounds have all been Mountain View.
Here's McAllister right wing. McAllister around a screen to Kastner. Kastner on the pick and roll, picks up his dribble to McAllister. And the shot is blocked. Madison saved it, but he was out of bounds, and it will be Mountain View ball. I don't think the shot clock should have reset, though.
No.
Yeah, they reset it now to 16. So the shot clock initially reset, but the ball never hit rim, so shot clock still's at 16. Inbound from McAllister to Kastner. Loopy pass that time. But Kastner was able to haul it in, gets it to McAllister. McAllister back to Kastner, thought about a 3. Spins over to Collins with 5 to shoot. Collins has to take a deep 3, it's blocked. It's still loose. Ball all bounced all the way around. Chu with the ball. As Mountain View's bench wanted a foul call on Madison. Around the screen, Bautista. Over to Madison, a big 3. Off the back rim, no. See the offensive rebound to Bautista. Layup, no. Rebound, Kastner. 2 big misses, and we have a foul called. They're letting them play inside, as that foul's called on Jomel Bautista. Just the 14th foul on Cupertino, though, so they're not shooting yet.
You can see it. The shot's just a little bit offline. Rebound, though, is picked up by Cupertino, but then Kestner gets it, and he's not letting anybody else have it.
So approaching a minute to play, and down by 2 scores. Cupertino still elects not to foul and put Mountain View at the line. There's Wang with it outside right wing into Kastner. Dribbles and threw it away. Madison the steal all the way. Goes up. Layup's good with the left hand. Under a minute to play. Now they can play defense down by only one possession. There's a 20-second differential. Shot on game clock. Into the front court goes Watanabe. Watanabe behind the back dribble. Watanabe guarded by Chu. Outside to Wang. Wang dribbles baseline and a hand check. Foul's called. Not what you want to do if you're Bautista. That will be the second foul on Bautista. Now what do you do? Because shot clock resets to 35 and there's only 41 seconds to go in the game. A 6-second differential. Shot on game clock. That's only the 15th foul on Cupertino.
Now if you're Mountain View, I would think you'd run as much clock as you could before you took your shot.
Inbound
see what happens.
Yeah, inbound goes to Collins, over to McAllister. Now Watanabe with it. Watanabe bounces it to Wang, and a foul's called on Wang. Now they have to foul again because they took so much time off the clock, 30 seconds to go, as that's only the 16th foul.
I think they're trying to get to 7 fouls so they can get free throws, but they're taking too long to do it.
I know, that ran 10 seconds off the clock before they gave the foul. That foul also on Bautista is third. Inbound goes to Castro. They have to foul someone. They give it to Watanabe, the man they would like to have it. Trap in the corner. And before a timeout was called by Mountain View, we have a foul called on Tim Chu of Cupertino. That will put them over the limit. 17 foul on Cupertino, and Watanabe will be at the line shooting a one-on-one.
Poor coach for Mountain View was ready to make the call for the referee.
That's the second foul on Chu. Watanabe, the senior. He's played a big role past couple of years on the varsity team for Mountain View. First free throw, no good though.
Goodness.
He missed the front end, so now they can tie with a three. They've got
Who do you think's going to take the shot?
I'm venturing a guess that Madison will.
Oh, come on.
Here's C.
Oh, they pushed him down.
And a foul's called. Cupertino wants an intentional foul, and Madison gets hacked outside. As that foul, Cupertino's head coach is still picking his beef with the official, thinking that there should have been an intentional foul on that play.
Well, Madison was fighting through some screens, and Mountain View wasn't going to let him through.
So in the end, Madison will just get a one-on-one. 17 foul, non-shooting foul. So
that's why the coach was upset, because he can only score 2.
Yeah. So
if he makes the first.
And he rims in the first.
Boy, he got so quiet in here, I thought I was screaming.
Yeah. I was a clutch free throws. These are pressure free throws. This is when you're in practice and your team has to run suicides if you don't make both free throws. Second one also good. Madison. That's cool as a cucumber right there. And with 14 seconds to go in the game, 55-54. Mountain View the lead. Cupertino's just taking a full timeout. So now they're probably setting up their defense. Just a little over 14 seconds to go, down by 1. Cupertino needs to get a steal or they need to foul if they don't.
So we'll see Mountain View. They'd have to run an inbounds play. That has to be the last timeout for Cupertino.
It is. Cupertino's now out of timeouts no matter what they do the rest of the game, unless the game goes
So he saved the one
overtime.
to a pivotal point. You have to see that.
Yeah,
That's great coaching.
I know. You got to say that the Cupertino coach has been on his mark tonight, because he used the 3 timeouts in that third quarter when he felt like the game was slipping away from him.
He did it in about 6 minutes.
Yeah, I know. And that allowed his team to get back in this game, and that's why we've had such an exciting finish here down the stretch. 14.4 seconds to go.
So I think what's going to happen, we'll see if I'm right, Cupertino's going to try to deny the ball coming in bounds. If it comes in bounds, they're going to foul immediately.
Yeah.
Mountain View comes down and shoots 2. They're still only down 3.
Yeah. And the next foul will only be a 1-on-1 as well for Mountain View, so they'll have to make the first free throw to get the second opportunity.
So the trick is how quickly they foul.
Yeah. And even if Mountain View were to make both free throws, it's still only a 1-possession game. And so Cupertino could tie it with a 3. Let's see how this situation plays out. First 2 games of the day here were decided by 2 points each. Bellarmine blew out Homestead, and now Mountain View is up only 1 on Cupertino. 13 seconds and counting to go. Inbound goes to Wang, and he gets fouled. Let's see who they get it. It's either on Chu or Madison. no foul trouble for either player, but they do call it on Chu with exactly 13 seconds to go in the game. 55-54, Spartans lead.
Well, they definitely got the foul quickly. I think the clock operator was helpful for Cupertino.
First free throw, rims in. Oh, it touched every piece of the circumference of the iron before falling through. And so we'll get the bonus as the Wolves only a 1-1. Second free throw, good. That much smoother.
So again, who's going to take this shot?
I know. Let's see if Madison gets it. They get it to Bautista. And clock never
wasn't
started.
running of all the times.
Little home court advantage. But now they get the clock straight at 10.9
I called that
to go.
a few minutes ago, didn't I?
Yeah.
He's trying to help out. The
I know.
referee caught him. Now it's down to 1.1 second. He's having trouble putting 11 seconds back on is what he's trying to do.
Oh, yeah.
And he put in 1.1. You have to put 1-1 and 0 for the tenths of seconds because you're down to that part.
Now he has 11.1
11.1, they'll let that go, I think. Oh, maybe they're going to make him fix it.
They're going to make it be precise.
Take off that. There we go.
If that just adds to the drama here. Down 3 is Cupertino with
Those
the ball.
shot clock operators, the clock operators, that's a thankless job.
I know, you get all the blame and never any credit for doing your job right. Chu will inbound. They get it to Madison. This is the player they want. It doesn't look like Mountain View will intentionally foul. Here's Madison. Madison with 4 seconds. Has to take a deep three.
No.
And way off.
He falls down, open for the foul.
This is Wanabe. Game over.
Madison pounds the floor.
Madison
He's looking at the referee,
foul.
trying to see if he can still get a foul.
Yeah.
Here's another look. See if he's fouled. I didn't see it.
No, that looks like good defense. You'll see Madison takes about a 30-footer. I don't know why.
He was trying to buy one there.
I know, and so the game ends with Mountain View beating Cupertino 57-54. Mountain View will play Bellarmine tomorrow in the championship game, while Cupertino plays in the third-place game against Homestead.
What an exciting game. That, both these teams are so well matched.
Yeah.
I got to make sure I show up the next time they play.
For sure. The producer and director of tonight's game was Bobby Chastain. The cameras, Tim Erskine, Luis Costa, and Ted Melke, and Edgar Espino Barros, as well as Marcel Puelo Schwartz. Also, special thanks to the Cupertino High School for making this broadcast possible. So the second day of this tournament is now complete. We have the championship game, as it's going to be Mountain View playing Bellarmine tomorrow night, 7:30, right here at Cupertino High School in the championship game. Until then, for Jim Leonard and the rest of our KMVT crew, I am Andrew Fury saying so long from Cupertino High School, where the final score is Mountain View 57 and Cupertino 54.
We don't have to break down anything? That's weird.
Yeah, I know. We don't have to.